Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. Deploying a Java web application on AWS ec2 involves several steps, including setting up an ec2 instance, configuring the environment, deploying your application, and accessing it via a web browser. This tutorial will guide you through the process. ### prerequisites. 1. AWS account. You need to have an AWS account. If you don't have one, sign up at aws.amazon.com, https://aws.amazon.com. 2. Java application. For this tutorial, we will assume you have a simple Java web application packaged as a WAR file. 3. Basic knowledge, familiarity with Java, Maven, and AWS services. ### steps to deploy Java web application on AWS ec2. ### Step 1, launch an ec2 instance. 1. Log into AWS Management Console. Go to the AWS Management Console, https://aws.amazon.com/console. 2. Navigate to ec2 dashboard, find and click on ec2 under the Services menu. 3. Launch instance. Click on Launch Instance. Choose an Amazon Machine Image, AMI. For a Java web app, you can select Amazon Linux 2 or Ubuntu Server. Select the instance type. T2.micro is eligible for the free tier. Configure instance details. You can leave the settings as default for a basic deployment. Add storage. The default 8 GB is usually sufficient for testing. Configure security group. Create a new security group or select an existing one. Add rules to allow inbound traffic on ports 22, SSH, and 8080, HTTP. You can also allow port 80 if you want to serve over HTTP. Review and launch the instance. You will be prompted to create or select a key pair. Download the key pair file, .pem, for SSH access. ### Step 2, connect to your ec2 instance. 1. Open Terminal, Linux/Mac, or Command Prompt, Windows. 2. Change permissions. 3. Connect to the instance. Replace your public DNS with the public DNS of your ec2 instance. ### Step 3, install Java and Tomcat. 1. Update the package repository. 2. Install Java. 3. Install Tomcat. 4. Start Tomcat. 5. Enable Tomcat to start on boot. ### Step 4, deploy your Java application. 1. Upload your WAR file. Use SCP or any file transfer method to upload your WAR file to the ec2 instance. Example using SCP. 2. Move the WAR file to Tomcat's web apps directory. 3. Check Tomcat logs. To ensure your application is deployed correctly, check the logs. ### Step 5, access your application. 1. Open a web browser, enter the public DNS of your ec2 instance followed by the port, default is 8080. 2. Verify, you should see your Java web application running. ### Step 6, optional, configure security groups for port 80. If you want to serve your application on port 80 instead of 8080, you can. 1. Stop Tomcat. 2. Edit the server configuration. Open the Tomcat server.xml file. Change. 2. 3. Start Tomcat again. 4. Access your application. Now you can access your application using ### conclusion. You have successfully deployed a Java web application on AWS ec2 using Tomcat. You can further explore using AWS RDS for databases, AWS Elastic Beanstalk for managing your application, or using Docker containers for more complex deployments. Always remember to manage your AWS resources to avoid unnecessary charges.